This is a story from the year 2016. Some doctors in this world were checking a patient's brain when they noticed something that no one in medical science had ever done before. This was a brain disease, and because of it, the doctors were recording the brain activity through EEG. It was for the doctors a routine brain checkup. That is, they were testing the patient very normally, just like they used to do with other patients, but they had absolutely no idea that something was going to happen during this test that would completely shake up medical science. It happened like this. The test had only started a few minutes ago when the patient suddenly had a heart attack and died. This was the first time in a doctor's life that a patient had passed away during a brain scan. The doctor now was fully convinced that whatever was going on in the patient's brain at the time of their death would surely be recorded in this test. And something just like that happened. The patient's brain before and after the death, whatever they were thinking, all of that was recorded in this test. Once again, welcome viewers. In today's video, during a brain scan, the patient who died was an 87-year-old Canadian national who had a disease called epilepsy. Because of this disease, he used to have seizures while sitting, and for this reason, the doctors were performing an EEG to monitor his brain waves. This EEG, meaning Electroencephalogram, is a test in which the electrical activity occurring in the brain is monitored. For this test, about a dozen electrodes are stuck on the patient's head, which are produced by brain cells. Electrical charge, it depends on this, and it shows on a modern computer screen. Now, from the results of this test, doctors know how to find out what is going on in the patient's brain at this moment. To know this, it is necessary that first we understand the concept of brain activity. In the human brain, there are more than 100 billion neurons. These neurons are part of our nervous system, as important parts whose job is to carry messages from one place to another inside the brain. This message is actually an electrical charge, which neurons in one part of the brain send, and neurons in another part receive this electrical charge and process that message and then give a signal to a body part to perform any action in the brain. At every moment, so much is happening all at once that as a result, countless electrical charges move from one place to another. These electrical charges, as they move, create a pattern which is called brain waves. This pattern of brain waves is different for every task, for which medical science has also given different names. Until now, medical science can identify 5 types of brain waves, which are named alpha, beta, gamma, delta, and theta waves. The alpha brain wave pattern is something like this, and its frequency is from 8 to 12 hertz, meaning it happens 8 to 12 times in a second. Our brain produces it when our brain is completely relaxed, just at the time when we wake up in the morning and are relaxing while lying on the bed, or it is also produced when we practice yoga. Now, let's know about beta waves. The beta wave pattern is something like this, whose frequency is from 12.5 to 30 hertz, and it is produced when we focus well and get busy with our work. Apart from this, beta waves are also produced when we are thinking about something or here concentrating on something. Gamma waves. Frequency is from 25 to 140 hertz, and this is the wave with the highest frequency among all brain waves. Our brain produces them when we are very active and at a time of extreme complex work, are performing. People who are very intelligent and can solve any of the most difficult problems in minutes. The reason behind it is that the frequency of delta waves is the lowest in all brain waves. Its frequency is only from 0.5 to 4 hertz. Delta waves are produced in our brain deep during sleep, meaning when we are sleeping in a very deep sleep. Delta waves produce many hormones in our body, for example, growth hormone. These are mostly found in children. And as a human grows up, delta waves also go on decreasing. And now, lastly, let's talk about theta waves. Theta waves frequency is from 4 to 7 Hertz, and this is produced during memorizing anything, learning new skills, and daydreaming. Now that we know the basics of these brain waves, so now let's go to that patient's brain scan. It will be a bit easier to understand, as we learned that the frequency of gamma waves is also from 25 to 140. Within this range, there is another range that is from 0 to 100, and the brain produces this special frequency of work activity when we are using our memory. That is, when we are in life's special events are remembering. Doctors noticed a lot of gamma waves in that Canadian patient's brain at the time of his death, which were coming especially in that range when a person is recalling memories of their life. Even before this, scientists had tried to notice the brain activity of people at the time of death, but they could not fully record them. But in this Canadian patient's case, before the death and even for a few minutes after the death, the good and bad of his life, memories came before him. Doctors and scientists studied the dying patient's work for 2016 to 2022, that is, for a full 5 years. And then this result emerged that at the time of death, a person is remembering the events of their life. There is no solid proof of this finding by the doctors and researchers. But to prove their finding, they also approached those patients who were dying due to some illness, or some such patients whose lives were saved after being rushed to the hospital at the last moment. When those people were asked, then their reply was the same, that it was as if someone had played a flashback of their life before them. This experience, not one, but many people have faced, rather. Many people gave the same type of answer. Doctor, and this brain scan from 2016. The public did not do this because, for one, they wanted to study it well, and secondly, they wanted to match the scan of another person's death with the scan of this Canadian patient. But first, they remained unsuccessful in this task because the doctor only has the brain scan of one person at the time of death. For this reason, their finding is also quite controversial. The doctor has also written in research papers that the Canadian patient was already passing through an illness due to which he was also taking many medicines. These medicines can also alter brain activity, which could make a difference in the result, but nevertheless, there are high chances that when a person is dying, then before them, a flashback of their whole life runs, and if this is true, then whoever has done good deeds in their life, at the time of death, the same things will repeat before them, and it is obvious that whoever has chosen the path of bad deeds, the flashback before them will also be the same. Viewers, what are your thoughts about the doctor's scientific research?